Yo, what the f is up, dude? It is a beautiful day. I know this says 20 degrees, but I don't think that's accurate. I think it's just 'cause I had the bike running a little bit in my room, in my garage before. I'm gonna go meet up with my sister in the city and drop off a present for her. Her birthday was recent, so shifting's getting good, dude. Let's go. Look at that, smooth. This guy's doing a U-turn where he's not supposed to be U-turning. But yeah, maybe it's like a catch-up. I haven't really gotten up to anything too crazy recently. I did have like an entire week's worth of work and just riding a little bit here and there in between. Got 1,300 kilometers on my bike now. I've put a shitload on this bike since I got it like a month back. Yep, still loving it. It's still amazing. That was so fucking smooth, dude. Oh, that's what I started doing differently. You've probably already saw it. I'm only shifting with 2 fingers now. It works out a lot better. If you're looking at the clutch right here, right where it actually meets my fingers is pretty much right where the bite point is. I don't have to waste that extra like 30-40% of the travel of the clutch. Every time I hit my fingers and I go for that shift, it's usually perfect shifting. Now I'm just kind of working on my downshifts. See that? Like, it's like perfect. Like, I don't get any jolts anymore. It's crazy. I'm also going to try and stop swearing as much. I've realized I have been a lot, and I started making some shorts and I was posting those. I want to save the shorts of posting like really stupid stuff that's happened, and then the vlogs will just be like more long form type stuff. I mean, I'm technically doing short form content from what I understand. Don't go. Just like stop. Holy shit. Oh, I want to fly right across to that right lane.
Just when I thought he couldn't.
Yeah, that was tight. Tight.
Oh, tight, yeah.
We have to cook, Jesse. 350Z, this thing is clean, dude. Look at this. I've done quite a bit of freeway at this point. I'm pretty used to it. Not really intimidated by the cars or anything. It's just crazy how, like, honestly, if you take things in like small steps, it's completely fine. Like, if I was to force myself to go out on the freeway on the first day, oh, that would have been nerve-wracking. I think I am like an overly confident person when it comes to trying out new things, so I just definitely err on the side of caution when I want to do things, so I never put myself into like immediate like risk. But I definitely do things where, you know, if you had someone instructing you, they'd probably be like, it's a little bit early to be doing that. Maybe like wait a little bit, do a little bit later. You know what? I'm gonna pull a Kanye, and every time I go to swear, I'm just gonna go. I'm also exploring a little bit with like some funny editing too. I feel like it kind of keeps it fresh and interesting and a little bit funny. Yeah, okay, see, like temperature's like 16 now. That makes more sense. With the sunlight out, it doesn't feel anywhere near as bad. I got a big ass hole in this glove. I need to go back to my other ones. My dad gave me these. These are Buell. He's had them for a long time. He claims he didn't use them much, but I'm like, you must have used them enough so that my finger can poke out of them. They're comfy though. They're really easy to slip on. It's got one strap compared to my Argon ones that are from, I think, Dry Rider. Those, yeah, like they're very snug. Pretty much got my bike serviced. I did exactly 1,000 Ks. Starting to log everything in a spreadsheet too. I think from this point on, I'm still kind of debating between if I just do the service myself or if I actually go to Yamaha and get them to service the bike. Mostly because like there's 1,000 kilometers. They told me the next service is 10,000 kilometers away with, you know, obviously you got like chain lubrication and such in between. 10,000 kilometers away. I'm like, at my current rate is over a year away. 300, if it's gonna be 300 bucks again, like I'll just get them to do it. Changing the oil and stuff like that, and like the lubricating the chain, cleaning it and such, I'll do that myself. Is that a 300 ZX? Sheesh. Ugh. It's like metallic yellow. Look at that shifting, dude. It's so smooth. The 2-finger honestly feels like the way to go. I was shifting at the start where I was using all 4 fingers, and like just letting go of the handle feels like really sketch. You really feel like you don't want to do it. Like I had gotten used to that, and then I started 2-finger shifting like this week. Yeah, it's like, it makes me like do the 4 fingers and be like, no way, like I am not letting go like that. So this is the Westgate Freeway. I was actually taking a bridge that was like all the way over there. Yeah, this one's better. It's like full windy and whatnot. Massive. This is the same one that I was mentioning in that video where I was going to St. Kilda that it actually fell during its construction, and that was in like the 60s, I want to say. I might put something up on the screen. Yeah, it's a really sick bridge. Like you can see like it goes and it weaves all the way that way. It like snakes over the water. Like it's really sick. This is Melbourne City again, but we ain't doing no more hook turns, bro. That The hook turns are hell. No, they're actually not that bad. I had a lot of people comment in those videos and they thought it was pretty interesting. And from what I saw in the comments as well, they apparently have hook turns in Taiwan too. Then I started doing a little bit of reading, and I asked the guy a question. I don't think he responded in the comment. I'm pretty sure the hook turns in Taiwan only okay for like scooters and bike. Can't actually do it for cars. So they kind of have them, not really in the same style that we've got them here. I had someone asking if it kind of promotes more danger. My answer to that would be no. Reason being, you're moving to the left side of the road every time and you're like staying out of the way. It's like this lane wouldn't exist. So you pretty much, when you move over to the left, you're kind of acting like a parked car. Audi R8. Sexy, dude. Don't know. Right here. Good spot. Yeah. I'm gonna cut the video here. I wanna see where my sister's at, and then you'll see me getting back on the bike. Alright, so my sister is actually already gone. Unfortunate, but I'll keep riding around. We'll check out South Melbourne a little bit. Oh yeah, I gotta fill it up. Okay, we gotta look for a fuel place. I'll show you guys me fumbling to refill this stupid tank. It's so awkward. There's a fucking dog! Dude, there's a dog on that guy's bike, bro. What the hell? Dude, it had goggles and everything, and it was just sitting on his back. So that was crazy. Where are the pins at? I don't care about a fucking list. Refresh. 5G, bro. Absolutely trash. We have the worst fucking infrastructure in Australia. Put this to 4G. Oh no, there we go. Full bars. Petrol Spy. There we go. So if I just continue on this road, there will be one further up ahead. Cha chillin', dude.
Squad W. Yo! Cha chillin'!
Yeah, you don't want to go on this side this time. So, a little technique that I have. Oh, getting off the wrong side of the board. Yep, alright. I hope that's water. Smells like, it doesn't smell like fuel. Open it up, key can't come out. Flaps open. Goes in the way. This is to protect your ride. See all that fuel that just comes out. What you do is, okay, it started. Pull it out, right to the tip and anchor it, and then boom, fill it. Now one blip, so I should be able to get 8 liters in ish. Now start watching. Now you can see it's getting full. Slowly trickle it in. Okay. Cloth. Yeah, it's overflowing. We gotta rub it done. In the bin. Hey brother, just number 8 please. Cool, thank you. You're joking. I just put a dent. Fuck. I've decided to take the case off my phone because I've got a nice pretty ass iPhone 15 Pro Max. Fucking bumped it. Oh, peg's down. Bike doesn't start in first gear if the peg is down. And we're back on the road. Stop, please. Don't hit me. See, sometimes the gears just shift really smooth and sometimes they actually require a proper kick. And I feel like that's like from first to second is like a bit of a hard kick, and then second to third is like fine. And I think that's because you actually have to go past neutral when you're shifting up. God damn. Yeah. So when you're going from first to second, you have to kick through neutral as well. So I feel like that's why. And I just have to. I've had people feel like, yeah, you just got to kick through it. Must be nice, dude. Every time I see someone lane filter and I just can't, I'm like, damn. There we go. See, I just put myself into neutral again. I didn't kick hard enough. Well, I'm just not pulling the clutch in enough, so I'm fighting it. You know when you're trying to multitask like 2 different motor skills, like you got like your foot doing something and your hand doing something, and you focus on one of them so much that you start realizing that you've actually kind of loosened up on the other one. I think that's what I'm actually doing. I keep like loosening up. Like if I'm like focused on like what I'm doing with my hand, then I forget what I'm doing with my foot, and if I'm focusing on my foot, then like my hand's not clenched down enough. I actually think that's what the issue is. It needs to be smooth. I can't think about it. It just needs to be muscle memory. Like just boom, like just change gear. Yesterday, I have a dude on that Westgate bridge that I was riding on before, and he was lane splitting, and I mean, I don't know what the tone of his message was. I think he like knew what he was doing wasn't necessarily the smartest thing, but there were people in the comments that were like, oh, because there was like a broken down car, and what he went to do was like split in between the very most left lane, which is just like a barrier, and then a car. I'm like, if you're gonna do that, why are you doing that? Like if that car squeezes over, like there's no give, like you're just gonna get squashed, like you're actually just gonna become a statistic in that exact moment. I mean, I left a comment, and I was like, I don't know why the heck you're splitting lanes in like that leftmost lane, like you're just gonna get crushed. I was like, what would your instructor say? He saw one of my other comments and he actually like liked it, and it was me saying like, oh, someone in the comments was saying something like, oh, there's I don't know why they're stopping on a road where you're not allowed to stop. And I'm like, well, you know, shit happens. A lot of things can happen. You never know what's gonna happen to someone on the road, like their car just breaks down. Like there's so many reasons why you'd be stopped on the road. Like obviously people know you're not allowed to stop there, so it's not like it's done on purpose. And I said something to that effect, but like I went for a simplified one sentence kind of version, and he liked that comment, but he didn't like my other one where I was like, why the F are you lane splitting between lanes 1 and the barrier? Like, that's just so silly. I've barely been riding and I would never do that. I don't think I would ever do that no matter how much experience I get, because that one car just has to do something where they just veer off the road a little bit and you're done. Like there's no space. Like the space in between that car and like the barrier is like as wide as this bike with maybe frame sliders added on. Like there's no space. And he came through splitting that lane, and then as he managed to emerge on the other side, he came from the outside and went inside. And as he was going through, there was a car in front of like this white car, for example, that was stopped. And like, yeah, that would have been rough. I'm not necessarily angry at him. I can't be angry at him. I'm sure he's a lot more skilled than I am, but it's like, be careful out there, guys. Like, please don't make more calculated risks that are actually going to be in your favor. Don't do things where you could get yourself killed. That's just not wise. I'm sure anyone that's gone really fast on any kind of vehicle would understand this, but the faster you go, it feels like the more time starts to stand still, and you need smaller and smaller windows to get through a little gap of some sort. If you're running alongside someone at like 60 and there's like 2 car lengths in front of you and you start speeding up, it's going to be really hard to get through that gap. But like if you're doing 100 and the guy next to you is doing 60, like you can just fly through that. And like you don't really have to worry. If anyone understands what I'm talking about there, I definitely acknowledge the fact that like there's that whole like time displacement kind of feeling. I don't know what you want to really technically call it. Still got to be careful. Lane splitting and whatnot when you're going really fast actually feels kind of safe, because like I said, like that window is really short. The reaction that someone would have to you to actually put you in risk, they would have to have like really fast reflexes. Like they would have to be intentionally doing something to like screw you up. And if cars are just like, you know, lined up like this side by side, then it's very unlikely that someone's gonna like veer out. And if they do that, like you'll be protected by the rules and you won't get in trouble, but it won't really matter if you become paralyzed afterwards. Like sure, you might win the court case, but who really gives a fuck if you win that court case if you can't even fucking ride a bike anymore? Who actually gives a shit? So I really hate when people say, oh yeah, but you know, that guy's an idiot. I'm like, yeah, sure, he's an idiot, like for cutting you off or some shit. But you can't ride your bike anymore. You're paralyzed from the waist down or something. Like, who gives a fuck about them? Put yourself in a better position to not get hurt. That's what pisses me off. I'm actually like getting myself kind of fired up just thinking about it. It's like, just don't put yourself at risk. That's a loud ass bike, dude. Is he coming through? Bandidos. But yeah, like moral of the story, guys, like it doesn't really matter who's in the right and who's in the wrong when stuff happens. Like if you're gonna try and fight with a car, there's a much higher chance you're gonna lose. Just don't do it, please. Take care of yourself. You want to be able to live to teach your kids how to ride, not become a statistic and not be able to ride anymore, and you've had your bike for, you know, a few years. It's just not worth it. Like, who cares? I just let people through if someone's gonna be some kind of idiot. It literally happened to me yesterday, and I'll put that clip in, but I got cut off by a P-plater that was driving past. When you watch that video back, my assessment of it was I was completely in the wrong position. I was like, you know, in his blind spot, like troll. I was like right here next to this car. And like I was totally in his blind spot. Like I should not have been there. But legally, I was still in the road rules. Like I'm in the road rules and everything. Like I'm completely fine. Like I'm protected. Like, but it doesn't really matter. If I was any closer and he cut me off any faster, he could have smashed me right off the freeway. Well, it wasn't the freeway, but we were doing like 80. He could have smashed me right off of it. And like at that point, I'm like, who really cares, you know? Who really cares if what he did was wrong? I could have died. I don't even get to ride anymore. And I think a lot of instructors kind of say this as well, and it's like, just treat everyone on the road like they're going to kill you. I'm trying to really hammer that one home. I have not seen anything bad happen yet, and I want to keep it that way. And I feel like that kind of conversation that I can have with you guys as the audience is probably one of the most appropriate ones I can do at this point in time with what little experience I have, because I think that's pretty reasonable, sound advice. And anyone that's willing to listen to that, in my eyes, is someone that really cares about learning and kind of just putting their emotions in check. Yeah, the one thing I really love about riding is like the camaraderie is really nice. I love how everyone like acknowledges each other, and anyone you're talking to is like really, really cool. And they're kind of just curious about how you ride, and like they don't really care what stage you are. That is, holy shit, dude, that guy's beard was freaking insane. Wowee, dude, that was a bushy boy. A ginger with like a Santa beard, and that shit was just like spread. What the fuck? Bro, girl with the beard, like, holy shit, she is fine, dude. Gorgeous. Hey, baby, are you too fine to be walking? Take my bike, please. Just take it home. Yeah, she's my type. That's crazy. My voice is gonna get like 2 octaves lower. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, my name's Kratos. Come here, boy. God damn, bro. Yeah, that is my type, dude. Oh, shit. Should I just red bomb the bike real quick? That sounds good, bro. Both of them in sync, dude. I love it, dude. It's so sick. Oh, man. And both of them are like the most exaggerated nods, too. Just like, so fucking good, bro. I love this community. That was a good downshift. This is actually perfect. Like, yeah, I didn't think it was going to take me like 25 minutes to get to my sister's place, but I mean, we're pretty close at this point. So, I mean, I might even I'll cut the footage again. I'm probably just going to turn the GoPro off, and then I'll pick it back up after I've dropped her stuff off. We're on the way back. I gave my sister her present. She absolutely loved it. And it looks like a really good fit too, so I bought the right size. When I buy one for myself, I'm gonna get the one size up from that. And that should be good. Yo, this road sucks, dude. Oh shit. Oh, there's a lean and a half, dude. I've got a full battery left on my GoPro, so I don't think it's gonna last on the way back. Gonna do a little bit of freeway riding, and then probably cut it off. I'll give like a little thank you for watching. We've done a little bit of cool new areas in this ride. Chill conversation, some pretty serious ones, but the serious conversation needs to be had. I don't want anyone to get hurt. That's enough negative talk. Once again, guys, thank you very much. I'm MTO. It has been an absolute pleasure having you guys watch. I really appreciate everyone that's been staying by and keeps watching the content. I'm going to do my best to keep making more. And if the weather stays like this, I'm going to be riding all the time. So yeah, if the footage keeps going, then we'll see what I've got left. But otherwise, I'll just use this sign off. Dude, the way the guy looked at me, bro, he was like, zombie ready to eat my brain. Your music, whack. Your friends, whack.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His foot stance, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. That
TikTok's actually so good. So it's crazy though, like we've got the Westgate Tunnel project where like this entire section of road is getting upgraded, and you've got like new barriers, like new road layout. You got these overhead gantry things that have like speed signs and whatnot. And then they've added these glass panes, and I'm telling you, like they were probably installed less than 2-3 years ago, and they already look old. The color choice was just bad. It looks like unused pool green, you know, like teal. They could definitely do a better color than that. And they've got these as well, so I'm pretty sure these buildings here are like concrete making factories. Like they're actually making the sections for the concrete, and like that'll get deconstructed after the project's completed. See, this area is pretty. I like the colors, very rainbow, very nice. I just really don't like that green that they've got going. That green's nice. See, like, I don't understand why this section of road is like 80 as well. They should just make it 100 at this point. Like, those signs need to go away. Everyone's doing 100 anyway. I gotta check my wheels afterwards. I got some like weird sneaking suspicion that they might actually be a little bit dented. From what specifically, I've got absolutely zero idea. Probably nothing, probably just in my head, but this road just feels really bumpy, or like maybe my tire pressure needs to be fixed or something. Something just kind of feels off. Can't wait to get that Acropovic exhaust. That's definitely gonna get bought. Hell yeah.